There was a new law that came out, which I've mentioned on several other videos, that allowed people that wanted to get citizenship to actually get involved with what was called the private home option. The government actually allowed this about a year and a half ago, but it will actually extend until November coming up. This is a really good deal that if you're thinking about taking advantage of this, I would be doing it during this period, because they have no plans of renewing it. And the way it works is if you want to get like a house that's outside the citizenship zone, you can do it as long as it's titled property, and it appraises for at least $400,000 US for the actual house itself without the lot. And you can buy this anywhere you want to in St. Kitts as long as it appraises for those figures. And then also, it's got to be titled property, not deed of conveyance. A deed of conveyance is also freehold property, but the government's not allowing it for that. But most of all your properties, in fact everything in Frigate Bay, is titled property. You don't hit deed of conveyance properties until you get out where Half Moon Bay area is. So most of this area here, all in Frigate Bay, is all titled property, approves for that. And all the way around the whole island, most of it is titled property. But you do have some properties that are deed of conveyance, so you may need to make note of that. Also, folks, if you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen. You get new videos automatically as they come out. And don't forget to hit that notification bell next to it. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. Number 3 is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and ask for some help. And we've got, there's a property right now, they're wanting to give a really good deal on it. It's a 2-acre property. It's got a main house and 3 guest houses. And they're real negotiable on this property. Now, what they'll actually take for, I don't know, but if you go with it only qualifies for the private home option. So if you're thinking about doing it, you would have to do it before, November ends coming up. But it's really a beautiful property. It's up high overlooking the Caribbean to Nevis, and you got really good, all kinds of fruit trees. They've been there for years and years and years. It's a historical house, one of the oldest houses. It's got a lot of historical value to it. But this is a great opportunity if you're wanting to come in and get a really good deal, like I said, with the home program, while it lasts. Some of your best deals on that, like I say, will be now because of the coronavirus. And although the flights and everything have opened up, everything's not back to normal here. So it leaves a lot of good options if you want to come down and take advantage of these real good real estate deals they've got now. As I mentioned to you before, St. Kitts is an emerging market country, and it runs in sequence with emerging market real estate. Doesn't do it in exact order, but like I said, when emerging, if you look at charts of emerging market, they're pretty much where they were in 2007. But emerging markets, if you go back over 30 years, have outperformed the S&P 500 index, and long term typically does better than the index because the growth rates in those countries, and also real estate, you have that same sort of big jump up. But when the market comes back, and that's usually always when the dollar plummets, and we're not too far off from that right now. But that's the key to, you want to be in properties before that actually occurs, because usually when we have that run up, we had a huge run up from about 2010 right in then, and that's when the dollar was taking that huge plunge, and that's when everything is a lot cheaper over here for people that are buying euro, different types of currencies outside the US dollar. Remember, the EC dollar is tied to the US dollar at 2.7. So when Americans buy here, they don't see really any difference because everything's tied to the EC dollar, 2.7. So they don't, no matter what happens to the dollar going up or down, they don't see a change because of the currency. But where you really see a big difference is when you're living outside of U.S. and USA and also St. Kitts. And that's when you really see a huge difference. I remember when the pound was like, you could buy $2.10 of US dollars for 1 pound. And remember that also with the euro, about $1.60 cents in US dollars you could buy with one euro. So these are some things that you want to look for. Okay, we're at this is the driving range out here. Y'all like to play golf? This is a great place to come out and go driving. You can see there's not many people out here now. You come out here and do a lot of walking and hiking around. Now, right in front of me is the Marriott. All right, now, that mountain that's right next to it, to the right of it, that's Timothy Beach Mountain. So if you stay at the Marriott right here, you're like maybe a half an hour to the top of that mountain. So these are some things you can do if you're right here. You don't even have to take a taxi to go around. You literally can go hiking up that mountaintop, and it's got incredible views of the Caribbean on the other side of it. And literally you don't even have to take a taxi there. Just stay in the Marriott. You can just come right out of your room, go right up there. Another hotel you can stay in too, that's right next to that mountain to the far right of it, right on the ocean front, is a hotel called Timothy Beach Hotel. And that one's right on the main beachfront there, and it's actually a lot cheaper than the Marriott. And that place is a lot better for swimming than the Marriott Beach, because the Marriott Beach is on the Atlantic. Timothy Beach is on the Caribbean side, and it's a lot calmer on the Caribbean side. So if you come and stay, that's going to be a lot cheaper. I think the cheapest rooms right now are like $120 a night, US. Marriott's going to run you 2 or 3 times that, depending on what kind of classification you want in the room. Now they've got cheaper rooms too. I'll tell you some other hotels, but they're further out. Is the Bird Rock Hotel. They've also got a few downtown. They're very inexpensive, but you're going to have to take a taxi everywhere you go to if you want to go to the beach. If you stay here in Frigate Bay, you'll be right where all the beaches are. And I'll be honest with you, I think you'll be a lot happier because you'll be closer to everything. You got grocery stores out here. You don't even really need a car if you stand out here. So those 2 hotels are the 2 that you probably should keep in mind. Again, is the Marriott and the Timothy Beach Hotel there. Also, back on the tourist here, one reason there's been a cutback, even with the coronavirus, they've gotten a lot more lenient, because now you can come here and you can visit and not be a citizen, not be a resident, as long as you're vaccinated, and there's no time period that you're in quarantine at all. If you come down now and you're not vaccinated and you're a citizen or resident, there's a 9-day quarantine period. If you're not citizen or resident and you're not vaccinated, you can't come. But now you can do this. We've got a lot of people getting citizenship, and you can get residency overseas before you come down here. And we can do that before you come down. You actually don't even have to come down to do it. And if you want to do that, then you can get that and then come down and you can come right in. But again, like I said, if you're not vaccinated, if you're a citizen or resident, you would have to be in a quarantine for 9 days. There's about 6 or 8 hotels, I think, that actually allow that. That are actually, for that design. If you want to know more of that, just let us know, and we'll go from there. Anyway, folks, if you want to get more information, you're looking to, one great thing, as I mentioned before about St. Kitts and Nevis, no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. Property tax is 0.20% of what you're purchasing, with a $29,600 US dollar exclusion before that 0.20% kicks in. I don't think you're going to find anything as good as this. And they've got all kinds of benefits when you retire here. Like I said, I've lived in Panama here for several years. I also lived in St. Kitts. Going to an English-speaking country makes it so much nicer to get things done. Anyway, if you want to know more, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. Hit the top bar that says Apply with Us, fill out the questions. Hit that bottom bar that says Send it to us. We deal with over 100 citizenship by investment, residency by investment countries all over the world. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And folks, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the right of your screen. We've got over 600 videos. This is where you pick up a lot of good tips, save you a lot of money when you come down. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.